Om Namah Shivaya, Asinist Fire, Way of Dharma. Today we'll be talking about love, basically. Do you feel love? Are you being loved? Do you have hopes of being in love? Were you ever loved? I'm sure most of us, at a certain point of our lives, we were able to be loved. We felt love, or at least a glimpse of it. And we would like for it to last at least for a lifetime. Good thing about spirituality and magic, you get to be the master of your destiny, and most of the circumstances that you live under are by your design. Even as an unconscious person, a person who's an unpractitioner, you are creating your reality, but you're doing it unconsciously. So the forces of nature are working against you, unaware. And also there's another entity that's using those forces of nature against you. So the most beautiful part of being a spiritualist and occultist, a sadhaka, is that you get to make your life become what you want, basically. You even can get and attract love. I'd like to give you a disclaimer. This is not advice to go around casting spells on people and forcing them to love you. This is not advice to be going out and using this for revenge, like I had someone to ask me to do with their boyfriend. A female approached me and wanted me to reverse the situation because she was in love with a person and then, she wanted that person to feel that love and attachment as she felt. So it was a form of revenge thing she wanted to put that person under. And this is not advice for that. This is for love. I suggest that you do this for love because it will know what to attract to you and what would be the best mate for you at that time. Sometimes you don't fall in love with certain people, certain characters, because it is the guardians protecting us from that relationship, basically. And then you see afterwards that you're actually putting yourself in danger. I remember in my first days of occult practice, I was starting my practice as a Luciferian. There was a girl that I was pursuing for about 7 months at that time. And then immediately after doing the ritual of infernal union with Luciferianism, I had invoked some demons into me. And then demons being of a challenging nature and chaotic nature, as you would learn, they push you right into their fire. You learn by going straight into their fire, and there's no hold back, basically. So immediately after that ritual, I was able to hook up with that female and then basically fall in love with that person. My question now, when I look back in hindsight, why did it take such a long time for me to hook up with that female? What was blocking me from hooking up with that female? Answer would be the guardians. The guardians would protect you from a mate who's not perfect for you, basically. So please be careful with this love magic. But the nice thing about this love magic, the sadhana that I'm sharing with you, it will protect you from such things because this is a yantra from Kamadeva. I've seen a yantra similar to this, and if I can read it quite clearly, it reads Klim, 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 Kamadevaya Namaha. Klim, 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 Kamadevaya Namaha. Basically, this is a yantra for infatuation. So for this sadhana, you would need such a yantra, you can either write it down on a paper, or I don't know how you would procure it, but I'm not willing to give this out because yes, if I give it out where I got it from, it might reach some people who I don't trust basically with this kind of potent magic basically. So you would require a mantra like this. You can even take a screenshot and yes, represent it on a paper of some sort. You'd require this, and then you'd require maybe a candle for lighting. Depending on your sadhana, are you starting it at night? Are you starting it during the day? If you are starting it at night, it's advisable for you to start on a Friday night, as it is the day of Vashikaran and attraction and the day of Venus basically. Now let's talk about this mantra. Klim 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 Kama Devaya Namaha. These are the three bija mantras. Klim, and then Kama Deva is a deva of Kama. Kama, what is Kama? Lust, desire, basically. So Kama Deva, the god of lust and desire and love. Very powerful god. Some liken him to, or rather, the concept of Cupid is a concept from the Hindu system whereby they saw Kamadeva. He holds an arrow and sits upon a bed, okay? And then he with that bow and arrow, it is made of sugarcane, I think. So it is there to inflict infatuation, entice emotions of love and passion to whoever it stings, basically. So Kamadeva, you can be rest assured, you will definitely be able to attract someone, basically. I haven't tried the Vashikaran because I haven't been persistent enough, but I know for sure that you will get someone and you will get a form of attention. Definitely you'll get a form of attention. Okay. So now you would need this yantra, you would need your mouth, and then you would need a candle. The yantra, you put it on your altar. Make sure it's erect and facing you, like it is now facing you. Focus on the yantra. Ask the yantra to bless you with love. Okay. Then chant the mantra. Klim, 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 Kamadevaya Namaha. Do it 108 times each and every day. Start this on a Friday morning or evening. Do it on the morning so that you can see after the mantra, after chanting it, and notice the people giving you attention. It will increase your attraction and you will notice many things leading you to actually finding the person that you want to fall in love. It works as a charm. Basically, it is a charm, basically. I used this mantra last year to actually meet a girl that I was in love with, basically. Very, very much so. I even have pictures of me and her. Uh, First time I actually felt in love like this. And I was very, very grateful for Dharma and the teachings, Sanatana Dharma and the teachings, and everything I've learned. It's like Kamadeva knew the person that I wanted to fall in love with. And then I was able to attract them, basically. But due to our upbringing and differences in life, you know, in this society, we are not built to actually maintain a relationship to a certain degree because there's unforeseen forces that are fighting against the family tradition. So if you ask me about love and the subject of love, I'd recommend that you fall in love. Do not be a sim father. Do not be a sim father. A love of detachment, a love that allows you to be strong, basically. The real dynamics of love, basically. So I'd advise you to if you find a person, a good person, hold on to that person try to build a life, a living with them and a family. Let us push the family tradition as they have come. And the Bhagavad Gita has mentioned that these people are against the family tradition. And even in Credo Mutwa's book, he mentions that the family tradition, destroying the family structure, is a turmoil and it leaves a mess in society. Further, bringing unwanted population that will further destroy the society. Okay, so love is very, very beautiful. Kamadeva is definitely the person you would want to the deva, excuse me, I'm sorry, is definitely the deva you would want to approach for love matters, basically, for attraction, basically. You'll get what you want, basically. Um, with that being said, I had a very, very beautiful time with the person that I loved, and I was attractive for a while, and I was able to sieve through the first few people that I had come across to actually meet the one that I definitely loved. I've never been in love like so. It was beautiful. It's beautiful. And recently, I had resumed my sadhana because after losing a person, I've discovered that you lose your self-esteem, you lose yourself in it, and then you basically doubt your instinct about love, you doubt your attraction, you doubt going all out, you doubt yourself in general. So you have no power to make the correct decision. You can either fall for another person and get attached to a person who's wrong basically for you, and then you go the other extreme and then you get nyammed up in life, as I would like to call it. So I've found that going back to Kamadeva, not to ask for your ex back, but to actually chant and increase your attraction. It will take you back to that state of mind that you had when you attracted that love of your life. And then you can either get another person who will be right for you because you'll be attracting them from a better state of mind as opposed to the state of mind of hate. So knowing your self importance, being attractive at that time, that's what the mantra will do to you. And then you'll be able to decide whether you want to sustain another relationship or stay strong, basically. So this is a very, very beautiful sadhana, a very, very beautiful mantra. Dharma is very beautiful. Sanatana Dharma is beautiful. Spirituality is beautiful. And only people are messing everything up. In every aspect of life, the common denominator, the common destroyer is the human being, basically. Everything is clear spiritually. Everything is uh, out there, basically. Just different misinterpretations and all that. To go further into explaining the concept of love and marriage, it is said that the Brahmins, the Maharishis, the ancient tradition of the Vedic time, they were married to wives, basically. To what? To do what? To pursue sadhana, basically. Let's bring it back to our practical life. When I had that girlfriend, I was not focusing on any other girlfriend, basically, because I knew that there was somebody who loved me. And being a person of trying to be an honest person, I focused only on her, and that gave me uh, it gave me a stability to focus on other things, spiritual and financial, basically. So I was able to focus better because I had someone that I knew that I had and had my back at that time. So I could focus on other things because I wasn't chasing other female, basically. I had the one, true one, you understand? So in ancient times, the Maharishis, to sustain Brahmacharya, which is what? Which is good moral conduct. They had to marry and focus on having one wife and then reducing the number of sexual uh, activity in their marriage to actually go on and practice spirituality. And then along the way, there were some people who felt like the Brahmacharya of that time of being married was a limitation in their spirituality. And then they further followed a path and created a path of sannyasa, basically. Is sannyasa. So they followed that path to renunciate, to renounce of everything and anything which is physical and excuse me, that would bind you to this physical material structure or existence of life. So in actuality, family tradition would be the best way to actually pursue your spirituality, because most of us, we are untruthful, you understand. So saying that you will delete female presence out of your life, knowing very well that you can't cope without any female presence, you still have some desires that come from your programming as a child. There's pornography, there's love and romantic things that we watch that program us. So trying to wipe out the female presence in your life would be detrimental, and you might find yourself having sexual scandals in your life basically because of that. So to actually be strong and advanced spiritually, the brahmacharya of being married and limiting and restraining your sexual life would be the best, and it will also be helpful for our population, you understand. So I give thanks. Thank you for paying attention to the way of Dharma. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment in the comment section and talk about your opinions, because this is a discussion. You understand? And please, if you want to join the group chat, the WhatsApp group chat, The Way of Dharma, follow the link in the description to further discuss. We have an enemy, guys, in common. Our enemy is inertia, the inert mind, the tamasic mind, is a very, very detrimental enemy to our spirituality and everything. Seek versatility in your thinking, flexibility in your thinking. That would help you to go even further than the limitations that you have currently in your mind. I want to have sex because I am a sannyasa. But then the situation and society that you're living in has pornographic material, has all those ugly things, and then you mess up, and then you have to flee away from your country of origin, like Sri Nityananda. You know, I don't want to go further because all the stories that you hear could be false. But then to avoid such scandals, be truthful to yourself, be flexible in your mind, basically. Keep versatility and make sure that you are not inert in your thinking. You understand? So, this is Asanist Fire, Way of Dharma, Om Namah Shiva. Yeah.